Today we're gonna make a family staple for Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna do it as just a carnivore meal. And what I'm doing is I'm taking some farm fresh eggs that I have already washed. I'm gonna put them in a bowl, and we're gonna make egg drop soup. And egg drop soup is a tradition that we eat it before our Thanksgiving meal. We actually haven't had it for a while because my mom doesn't host Thanksgiving anymore, and we're all kind of separate for the holiday. But I'm gonna make the egg drops right now. I've got the pan slowly heating up. And what we typically have in an egg drop soup, in the little eggs that we put into a broth, is egg, Parmesan cheese. We include some finely diced celery. And then I don't know what spices my mom usually did. But I am gonna make this a simple carnivore way. And I'm gonna whisk up the eggs. I just did 4 farm fresh eggs. And then I'm gonna add some, just a bit, because I'm also gonna put cheese in that's salty, but I'm doing some Redmond's real salt. I don't actually think that's coming out. I'm gonna do a little bit of pepper. Spices are okay on the carnivore diet as long as you tolerate them and use them in moderation. I am also doing a little flexible carnivore, and I'm using some chili onion crunch. This has a couple carbs, so keep it out if you are not doing any carbs. I'm just gonna put a little dollop in here just to kind of give some seasoning. And then we always do a lot of Parmesan cheese. So this is freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And so what we're gonna do is, in the pan, we're basically just gonna make little tiny omelets. And then they'll be nice and brown, and we'll put them into a carnivore soup. So this is beef tallow. I have this next to my stove always. And I'm gonna use that instead of olive oil, which my mom would have used. Get it all around. These pans are really great if you get them heated. You don't actually very much need a lot of fat, but obviously as carnivores, we like the fat anyway. So I am just going to take tiny omelet size into the pan until they get a little brown around the edges. You can already start to see that they could probably start to flip. So there's some that are getting nice and brown over here, and then some that are not flipped quite yet. And we'll just continue this tedious process. This is sort of what you want the doneness to look like. It's nice and brown around the edges. It has a little bit of a crisp, and it's cooked all the way through. And we're just gonna pop it off to a plate and let it sit. And then when we're ready to eat it, we'll go ahead and add it to the soup. You'll want to add more tallow as you go, because in essence, these are tiny little omelets that are frying in the tallow, and that's what will give you all those nice golden edges. I'm gonna put these egg drops in an already pre-made soup. So I've got this bone broth, beef bone broth with ground chicken already cooked. I put some heavy cream in to make it a little bit creamier, and then I'll add, just use my hands, some of these amazing egg drops. It's gonna be so good. More of the Parm cheese on top. Get everything in a bite. It's really good. If you're looking for variety on the carnivore diet, this is a really nice way to eat all the same things, just in a different way. This isn't a steak. This isn't fried eggs. Well, it is fried eggs, but the crispness around the edges really give it like a depth of flavor. I don't really taste that onion crunch too much. This is really delicious. Finished my soup, and now I'm just sitting here eating the whole plate of egg drops. The ones that I got really crispy around the edges made this into kind of like egg chips. I think the more tallow, the better to fry these babies up. Hope you enjoyed this different take on a carnivore meal.